Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great weekend. We are looking today at 5 altcoins that you may want to watch in 2020. So specifically in today's video, we're talking about 5 very interesting and relatively unknown projects we have found at Altcoin Buzz that are really not very popular at the moment, to be honest, in the mainstream certainly. But we think they are very interesting and could potentially lead to some big gains down the road. So we're definitely going to be watching them and researching them further as time goes by. They have a lot of development happening, but many of them we cannot really determine even market cap, which makes them tricky to discuss as investments at the moment. In no particular order, we are looking at the following projects. Clayton, ticker KLAY. As you can see, no information really to share about market cap or even ranking. A little bit of volume information, however. We're also looking at number 2 at CELO, CELO, ticker is CGLD. We're looking as well at Airweave, ticker is AR. We're also looking at Tari, which is completely unlisted, that's TARI. And finally, we're looking at Reserve Rights Token RSR. This one does have a little bit more information, has a market cap of $23.5 million. Now remember guys, we're not asking anybody to buy any of these listings, nor are we saying that we're invested in them or that you should be invested in them. Here's some points on each of the projects. And just very quickly to kind of frame the discussion, Tari does not even have a coin out and is in the early test phase. It's a project by the lead developer of Monero, who is Riccardo Spagni, and has close technology ties with them. The project has been in the works for a while now. Switching back to CELO, their utility token CGLD will be rebranded to CELO, and Clayton has major ties apparently with Samsung. We're going to get to that in just a second, and Kakao, which is a major Korean giant. Okay, let's go through these now individually. You can find more information about Clayton on Twitter. The handle is at Clayton_official. Here they're tweeting on the 2nd of June. Hashtag clip, KLIP, is finally here. Enjoy your first digital asset experience in Kakao Talk. Hashtag digital asset blockchain Clayton GroundX. And Clayton here on medium.com. We are thrilled to announce the official launch of Clip, which is a blockchain-based digital asset wallet service. Developed by GroundX, Clip provides a unique opportunity to experience digital assets with Kakao Talk, a mobile messaging application used by more than, get this, 90% of the South Korean population. More than 90%. Clip users can safely store and easily transfer digital assets obtained from Caitlin-based blockchain applications across different verticals, such as social networking, gaming, and e-commerce. And as of the launch date, Clip supports 11 Clayton-based cryptocurrencies. Those are Clay, Box, BPT, PIB, HINT, ATT, TEMCO, BNS, PXL, ISR, and COSM, as well as a multitude of non-fungible tokens. And the number of Clayton-based cryptocurrencies and NFTs that will be supported in Clip will increase gradually over time. Jason Han, the CEO of GroundX, had the following to say, quote, Clip enables people to experience digital assets which are the core elements of the next internet paradigm on the mobile platform that they feel the most comfortable with. We focused on developing a digital wallet that is easy and convenient enough to be used by those who have no previous experience in blockchain technology. And here on CoinTrust, they are reporting that the South Korea-based Kakao stated that its latest cryptocurrency wallet facility has received very good responses so far, with over 100,000 registrations in a single day in its chat app Kakao Talk. So according to the internet behemoth, specifically Kakao Talk's Clip was rolled out championing 11 cryptocurrencies, which I highlighted a moment ago. Almost 90% of the country's population presently utilizes the chat app, and the company feels that they can be lured into the crypto domain. So Clip is a mobile wallet that paves the way for users to handle virtual assets such as Temco. And key advances have been taken by Kakao to advance blockchain tech across its product offering. Last year, for example, the company's CEO Yeo-Min Soo asserted that his company Clayton Blockchain is comparable to Facebook's Libra, barring that it is miles ahead in development. Again, Kakao is the #1 mobile platform and service provider in South Korea, which is what makes this so interesting. You guys can read more about the Clayton's Governance Council here on medium.com. We'll link to this in the description below. It's also being covered, of course, in Business Korea. That's businesskorea.co.kr. Samsung Electronics to promote blockchain business as future growth engine. So for all these reasons and more, guys, we do have our eye on Clayton. Again, the ticker is KLAY. At the moment, they're numbers are pretty modest, and their ranking actually is almost embarrassing, to be honest. I believe they're ranked at number 4,400 or something in terms of all the crypto projects. But I wouldn't be too surprised if they start rising very soon. So again, we're going to be keeping an eye on them. Maybe you can do so as well. This is not financial advice, but let's see what happens. Moving right along now, let's start discussing CELO. Again, the ticker CGLD. We are here now on the website celo.org, a new story in education. If you've never heard about CELO, it's an open platform that makes financial tools accessible to anyone as long as they have a mobile phone. CELO is branding itself as a mobile-first blockchain platform with global impact. So a mobile-first approach that provides the opportunity of positively impacting 5.6 billion smartphone owners globally, supported by a mission-aligned network of technologies, international NGOs, and organizations committed to building an inclusive financial system. Tech innovations allow CELO to truly work across devices, carriers, and countries. Andreessen Horowitz is actually excited, at least to some degree. We're here on crowdfundinsider.com. Andreessen Horowitz and Coinbase Ventures-backed CELO Foundation to challenge Libra stablecoin project. So the Facebook-led Libra stablecoin might now have some competition in the form of the CELO Foundation, which has managed to sign up 50 organizations to its so-called Alliance for Prosperity program, which aims to enable greater financial inclusion by leveraging blockchain tech and helping people transact with digital assets. The giant venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz and Coinbase Ventures, who are Libra Association members, and the Grameen Foundation are reportedly backing the CELO Foundation, which is listed as a nonprofit entity. The CELO Foundation is saying that its products and services will promote transparency and real utility at affordable rates by leveraging blockchain technology. The foundation also said the following, quote, Alliance members are pursuing a diverse set of use cases, including powering mobile and online work, enabling faster and affordable remittances, reducing the operational complexities of delivering humanitarian aid, facilitating payments, and enabling microlending. And you can add to that this news here on Cointelegraph.com. Top Korean blockchain platform joins CELO Alliance. While Facebook's Libra project appears to have stagnated after facing international pushback from regulators, rival blockchain platform CELO is gaining momentum. But here's the good news for CELO. Clayton, which we just discussed a moment ago, which is the public blockchain platform developed by GroundX, an affiliate of the major South Korean internet company Kakao, has joined CELO's Alliance for Prosperity that happened on the 8th of May, just about a month ago. And according to a press release, Clayton will research interoperability between the Clayton and CELO platforms and integrate support for its Clay token on CELO's ecosystem. So you guys are starting to see how this is all intertwined. Chuck Kimball is the head of CELO's Alliance for Prosperity. He had the following to say, quote, by building a bridge between Clayton and CELO, Clayton will expand its own ecosystem and make it simple for people in Korea and across Asia to send and save with CELO. There is also some additional news here on Medium.com about why CELO should be renamed, specifically CELO Gold. So CensusWorks is proposing to rename CELO Gold, current ticker is CGLD, to just CELO, ticker CELO. And this is going to provide a clear differentiation purportedly between the CELO native asset and the suite of CELO stablecoins. So this is underway currently, again, kind of like a secondary priority. We're not as interested in this, to be totally honest, but it looks like a name change is imminent, so just keep an eye out for that. I think it'll be coming soon. Overall, though, CELO, a very, very enticing and appealing project for all the reasons we just listed. Let's now discuss the third project on our list, Airweave. We're here at airweave.org. It is a network that connects those with disk space to spare with those who need permanent data storage. So the Airweave system offers unparalleled levels of data replication and security for users, as well as financial incentives for those storing data without a middleman. And rather than operating as a traditional company or foundation, the Airweave network is fully decentralized, meaning that anyone can store data in the network or offer storage services without there being a leader or centralized point of failure. Through decentralization, Airweave offers a new standard of data archiving and storage, one in which information is globally replicated on hundreds of machines, impervious to fire, flood, or intentional damage. Here on Medium.com, what is Airweave? Explain like I'm 5 years old, with this quote to start things off. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. Alluding to the idea of control and censorship specifically, which as they state here, this is the Airweave project team, will be a forgotten word. That is, censorship will be a forgotten word. So to fight against the direction in which the internet has been taking, we've created a truly tyranny and censorship-free new data storage protocol on the blockchain-like structure called the Blockweave. And the Blockweave is based on a novel proof of access consensus mechanism that truly makes permanent, low-cost data storage available for the first time. Unlike other blockchains, we've created truly scalable infrastructure to be the backbone of the data economy because we're able to reach up to 5,000 transactions per second and store data at a fraction of the cost of Filecoin, Siacoin, and storage. So why is Airweave doing this right now? Well, with the development of television and the technical advances which made it possible to receive and transmit simultaneously on the same instrument or device, private life ultimately came to an end. Every citizen, or at least every citizen important enough to be worth watching, could be kept for 24 hours a day under the eyes of the police. As you guys can see, they're definitely very much liberty-oriented as far as the DNA of this team. And they write, last year, $20 billion was spent on new data centers alone, nearly double what was spent in 2016, and it's a trend that's not slowing down anytime soon. Throughout technological shifts in history, humans are exponentially creating and storing enormous amounts of data. So we started with floppy disks, graduated to CDs, of course, and have now progressed all the way to semiconductor chips capable of storing data in thousands of tiny transistors. So just imagine what happens with the next wave of technology when it becomes online and we're producing data at exponentially increasing rates. With some of these trends in mind, with all of them in mind, in fact, the Airweave team have finally been able to create a truly public, open, borderless, decentralized new form of blockchain that will allow anyone to create for our collective future. And they're doing this with the Blockweave. So the Blockweave is a blockchain-like structure designed to enable scalable on-chain storage in a cost-efficient manner for the first time. As the amount of data stored in the system increases, the amount of hashing needed for consensus actually decreases, thus reducing the cost to store data. And when compared to the number of miners currently on Siacoin, for example, Airweave would be able to increase TPS many-fold and lower the long-term cost of storage dramatically. As you can imagine, there are all kinds of applications for such a technology, and here are just a few. For, in fact, number one, decentralized data storage, decentralized data sharing at number two, decentralized data collaboration at number three, and decentralized data identity protection at number four. And Airweave is already making waves. They're progressing toward Airweave 2.0, which is actually now live, this from the 30th of April. You guys can read here about how the road to permanent on-chain data storage of unlimited size is actually underway. So a very interesting project, guys, a very forward-looking project. I think they were able really to see into the crystal ball and understand the trends and the trajectories that are going to shape our future. So we're going to be keeping an eye on them. Hopefully you'll do the same, and we'll be reporting more if and when the news comes out. Let's switch gears for a moment and take a look at the fourth entry on our list, Reserve Rights Token at Reserve Protocol on Twitter, with the following from the 5th of June. Our users leverage services like Zelly and PayPal in creative ways to earn money abroad and make payments, but terms of service and lack of cash out methods often get in the way. That's why our app allows money to move from Zelly and PayPal to RSV for times when CeFi isn't enough. And like I said earlier, Reserve Rights Token, ticker RSR, is definitely the biggest contender on this list with a market cap of about $23.5 million. They're not quite in the top 100, but they rest at about 161. That is their placement at the time of this recording. We're looking here on news.bitcoin.com. Bitcoin.com exchange now supports Reserve's stablecoin, again RSV, and the utility token RSR. How about we start here with a breakdown of the stablecoin versus the utility token. So Reserve, RSV, the stable cryptocurrency that is economically and legally robust at any scale. Decentralized, 100% asset-backed, and funded by top Silicon Valley investors. That is RSV, the stablecoin. Looking now at the utility token, Reserve Rights, ticker RSR, the fluctuating protocol token that plays a role in stabilizing RSV and confers the cryptographic right to purchase excess reserve tokens as the network grows. Again, that is reserve rights. That's the utility token, RSR. So in order to complete their goals, the reserve team notes the project will move through 3 different phases that are increasingly decentralized. Reserve's creators think that cryptocurrencies are a far better form of money, but they need to be both accessible and a store of value that can be leveraged as a unit of account. So the project's first phase will be more centralized, where reserves are backed by collateral and pegged to the United States dollar. The second phase aims to utilize a so-called basket of assets and still keep the USD peg. Quote, and in the third and last phase, the reserve team says, is the dollar peg, which would be abandoned to stabilize the real purchasing power of reserve. So reserve rights is thus very interesting. They purport to afford us a number of benefits. Number one, we can protect our money. So reserve enables people and businesses in countries with high inflation to protect their money by moving it out of the broken currencies and into a stable digital currency. So that's one benefit. Number two is that you can send money across borders. Reserve makes it cost effective to send money across borders, which enables people to send money home to their families and businesses to pay international suppliers in a stable currency. And finally, one of the main benefits is that you can easily accept payments. So reserve allows businesses to access payments in a stable digital currency, enabling them to easily pay their international suppliers while also keeping their money out of inflation-prone local currency. And finally for today, guys, our last entry is Tari, T-A-R-I. We're looking at this for a number of different reasons, and really it's probably the most underdeveloped here as a project. It doesn't even have its own coin out yet, and it's really in the very early test stages. However, it's a project that, again, I mentioned this earlier, it's led by the developer of Monero, Riccardo Spagni, and it has close technology ties with that particular team. So the project still has been in the works for a while, and it can be argued that it's got some potential given the pedigree that's gone into it. So Tari enables creator to design new types of stories and experiences, and someday a mesmerizing and digitally scarce asset or collectible you convert will unlock new business opportunities for the creator and a new world of possibilities for you. This asset will be issued on Tari. Tari is built in Rust, private by default, and open source. And that's about all we really know at the moment. As I mentioned, there isn't a lot out there that's available information-wise on this project. However, you can also supplement your knowledge about the Tari project here on Messari.io. Tari is a layer 2 platform for issuing and transacting digital assets that is built on the Monero blockchain. A little bit of its history: Tari was founded in 2018 by Monero maintainer Riccardo Spagni and entertained entrepreneurs Naveen Jain and Dean Tari. The protocol is headquartered in Johannesburg, South Africa, with US offices located in Oakland, California. Tari, an open source project, will reportedly allow developers to program and issue non-fungible assets like in-game items and concert tickets over the blockchain. And the platform allows anyone to program complex rules for digital assets and trust that they will be enforced. Tari enables the management, use, and transfer of nearly any kind of digital asset. Tari Labs is the lead developer of the protocol, but they are working on the project alongside many contributors. And the project has significant venture capital backing, including from Repoint Capital, Trinity Ventures, Pantera Capital, Blockchain Capital, and Canaan Partners. This is due to Riccardo Spagni's preference for VC funding and his disdain for controversial funding sources. Well, everybody, that about wraps it up for our report here on the 5 altcoins to watch in 2020. Of the ones we've highlighted, which one is your favorite? Which one do you feel has the most promise? And which ones do you feel that, perhaps we should have highlighted that we didn't? Which ones are your favorite out there? Let us know, of course, in the comments below, guys. But do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell, of course, to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Have a wonderful tail end to your weekend, everybody. A great Sunday. Best of luck if you choose to invest. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.